There's a strange kind of tragedy in this world. It's not the dramatic kind, the big car crashes or life-shattering losses. It's quieter than that. Slower. It seeps in silently over the years. And by the time you notice it, it's already too late. It's the tragedy of a wasted life. Not because you meant to waste it, but because you didn't know you were. You wake up, scroll your phone, go to work, come home, maybe binge a show, maybe scroll some more, sleep, repeat. And all the while, there's a clock ticking above your head. Not a loud one. Not the kind you can hear. But it's there. And every second it ticks, a piece of your potential quietly dies. I know that sounds dramatic. But sometimes, drama is what we need to finally wake up. Because the worst part? Most people will never realize it. In the next few minutes, you're not just going to hear another talk about time management. You'll learn powerful shifts, deep psychological truths, that can help you stop counting hours and start making your hours count. This isn't about doing more. It's about living more. And it starts now. Chapter 1: The Invisible Life Trap. Have you ever looked up from your phone and thought, what am I even doing with my life? I did. A couple of years ago. It hit me one night, lying in bed, scrolling through Instagram for the 4th hour straight. I'd laughed at memes, watched a dozen productivity videos, liked pictures of people living the lives I said I wanted, but deep down, I knew. I wasn't living. I was distracting. Avoiding. Wasting time, yes. But more importantly, wasting me. And that's when it hit me, there's a difference between being alive and actually living. The trap is subtle. It doesn't look like destruction, it looks like comfort. A steady job. A bit of entertainment. Just enough dopamine to keep you content, but never enough to make you fulfilled. This is what psychologists call the comfort zone trap. It's a state where your brain is constantly choosing familiar ease over meaningful effort. Where fear of failure keeps you in mediocre routines. And where you tell yourself you're fine, because nothing's really wrong, even though nothing's truly right either. Chapter 2: The Deathbed Test. There's a mental exercise that changed how I saw everything. It's called the deathbed test. Imagine yourself, 80 or 90 years old, lying in a bed near the end of your life. You've got a few moments left, and you're reflecting on everything you did, or didn't, do. What do you feel? Is it pride, peace, or regret? Regret, psychologists say, rarely comes from the things we did. It comes from the things we never tried. The ideas we ignored. The dreams we shelved. The risks we avoided. Studies show that older adults overwhelmingly regret not living a life true to themselves, but one dictated by others' expectations. And I realized, if I kept living the way I was living, I'd feel that same regret. Not because I didn't have time, but because I didn't use it. Chapter 3: The Illusion of Later. We all have this myth in our heads. The idea that, one day, we'll get it together. One day, we'll wake up early. Start that business. Write that book. Get in shape. Fix our habits. Live intentionally. But one day is a lie dressed as hope. It's procrastination wearing a disguise. There is no perfect time. No future version of you magically waiting to save you. There's just now. This moment. This breath. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Momentum works both ways. The more you delay, the more you normalize delaying. Days become weeks. Weeks become years. Until suddenly, you're looking back on a life you never consciously chose. And wondering, where did it go? Chapter 4: The Shift, from Default to Design. So, how do you stop wasting your life? You don't need to burn it all down or quit your job tomorrow. You need to shift from default to design. From coasting through life, to creating one. And the key isn't hustle or motivation. It's alignment. Ask yourself, what actually matters to me? What kind of person do I want to become? If I died a year from now, what would I regret not doing? This isn't about productivity hacks. It's about living deliberately. About making choices that reflect your values, not just your habits. Start small. But start on purpose. Chapter 5: The 1 Hour Rule. Here's a system that changed everything for me. I call it the 1-hour rule. Every day, I dedicate just 1 hour to becoming the person I want to be. Not for my boss. Not for a grade. Just for me. That hour might be reading a book that expands my mind, writing something that speaks to my soul, working on a side project that excites me, meditating, reflecting, learning a new skill. 1 hour. Every day. No excuses. That's 365 hours a year. 9 full work weeks. Imagine what your life could look like if you invested that much time into yourself. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to stop abandoning yourself every day. Chapter 6. You still have time. Maybe you're listening to this and thinking, it's too late for me. It's not. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. You're not too behind. You're breathing. That means there's still time. Time to start again. Time to choose differently. Time to come back home to yourself. And it starts with one small decision. To stop living on autopilot. To stop distracting yourself from the discomfort of your own dreams. To stop settling for a life that feels almost right. Because almost is a thief. It steals everything you could be. The truth is, you will die. One day, the clock will stop ticking. You don't get to choose how much time you have. But you do get to choose how you use it. So ask yourself, are you living a life you'd be proud to die from? Because if the answer is no, then maybe it's time to stop wasting your life and start designing it. If this spoke to you, don't just scroll to the next video. Take 1 hour today. Just one. Use it to create, to reflect, to build something real. And if you want more content like this, to keep your fire alive, subscribe. This is just the beginning. You still have time. But you won't, forever. So start now, before later becomes never.